Why did you start playing Minecraft? A question which I'm sure many of you have been posed before. If you're like me, then a friend introduced you, or maybe a family member such as a cousin. But what about YouTube? When I was first introduced to the game, my friend told me to watch a Minecraft series on YouTube, and judging by the comments and the views on that series, it seems that many other people had done exactly the same thing. There are certain YouTubers, two in particular, whose Minecraft series are commonly recognized as what introduced or got a lot of people into Minecraft. They uploaded the first ever Minecraft Let's Plays, and their names are most likely globally known. Two Minecraft series which were never mentioned are sure to induce waves of nostalgia and memories from the early days of the game. But who are these two YouTubers, and why were they the ones responsible for introducing everybody to Minecraft and changing the game forever? They had a crazy impact on the game, and without them, Minecraft may never have reached such popularity. Well, today I'm going to tell you all that and more, so let's get right into it. If you began playing Minecraft during mid to late 2010 or even early 2011, then Soares Jr might ring a bell for you. He was the first YouTuber to upload a Minecraft Let's Play, or tutorial as he called it, in version Alpha 1.0.13. On July the 29th, 2010, over 10 years ago now, he uploaded the first episode of his Minecraft series titled Minecraft Tutorials 1, How to Survive Your First Night, which would later become known as the Survive and Thrive series. The video, with a watermark at the top and only available in 480p, currently sits at just over 7 million views. In his first episode, which is only 9 minutes long, Paul begins by explaining some basic things about the game, such as the day and night cycle, and explaining what happens when it becomes dark. Back in these early versions of the game, when it became night, it was really scary, as not only was it super dark due to lack of a brightness slider in the settings, forcing the brightness to always be on moody, but you couldn't sprint or run away from mobs like you can now. In current versions of the game, the player is far faster than hostile mobs while sprinting, while in older versions, without sprinting, you're just about the same speed. Anyways, he then goes on to explain how to get wood, how to open your inventory, how to craft wooden planks, and how to make sticks, and then finally shows everybody how to make some basic wooden tools. Collecting some coal, he then begins to explain that he needs to make a little hidey hole as the sun is going down and he needs light and shelter. He then crafts some torches and expands his hidey hole slightly, crafting some stone tools, and he begins to wait out the night. Beds did not exist during this version of the game, and as such you could not skip the night, forcing players to wait. What's crazy to me is how far players have come this day. What Paul accomplished in 9 minutes could have easily been accomplished in 1 minute, potentially less, by any average player today. Paul would go on to make a total of 38 episodes of this tutorial Let's Play, before he would make a final episode on the 15th of November 2011, doing a world tour for his retirement from the world. He ended the series as he wanted to restart it with the new Minecraft major version 1.0.0 coming out, stating that his videos were outdated now because of the new features and changes being added. Anyways, I'm not going to give a detailed explanation of everything he did in his Let's Play, but instead I'm going to tell you about some of the more notable things he did and built. He of course had his first and second hidey holes, but then his main base had a lot more. At his main base he had a natural spring hot tub, as he named it, which utilized water coming out of a small mountain with a permanent fire made using netherrack. Then there was his wheat farm, as well as melon and pumpkin farm. There was also his nice little cottage made of wood and cobblestone. Nearby at a mountain, he had a boat elevator, which doesn't work anymore, which led up to Cloud Tower, one of his first builds, which also had dispensers wired up to redstone, which could fire arrows at mobs, acting as a defense system. Then there was also his small railway, which leads up to his cave system, with his office, a small underground tree farm, wheat farm, sugarcane farm, animal farm, and mushroom farm. Going further down also leads to a zombie dungeon, which he turned into an automatic farm, which kills the zombies by drowning them. But that's about it. Now, he used to have a link to a world download for this series in the final video's description, but it no longer seems to work. However, a quick Google search will bring up other people who have re-uploaded it for download, but be careful if you go looking for a download because you never know what people could upload. Soares Jr still uploads videos to this day, and while they don't get as many views as his early series did, he still has an active audience who enjoys his videos. He has done many other Minecraft series on newer versions of the game, where he tested new features and was even a member of Minecraft for a brief period. Another one of his popular series is called Minecraft Dad, where his kids and wife join a server with him and they play together. In his decade on YouTube, he has also participated in one of the first ever survival games, the YouTuber Survival Games. There are lots of other series he has done and been involved in, and he has even branched out to other games such as Skyrim and DayZ, but you can go check out his channel for yourself if you want to see more of that. Anyways, a lot of the stuff he built in his world was based on showcasing it for the viewers as a tutorial. He even mentioned this and says that it was the main reason why he ended up building many things. But the next YouTuber who we're going to talk about was different. His videos were more based on him playing the game and the viewers coming along for the ride, while also watching and learning as he goes along. But before we get to that, consider subscribing if you haven't already, as I greatly appreciate it and it really helps me out. Anyways, on August the 4th, 2010, only a few days after Soares Jr had made his first Minecraft video, X, or as his channel is now called, DavidAngel64, uploaded his first ever episode of the famous X's Adventures in Minecraft. Similarly to Soares Jr, the series started off relatively similar, with X giving a brief introduction to the game and to what happens when it becomes night. He then collects some wood, finds some coal, and uses this as a time to explain how tools work, stating that he cannot use his fists to collect the coal. Making a crafting bench and crafting a wooden pick, he mines the coal and begins exploring. Stumbling upon some more coal in the side of a small mountain, he decides to make a small shelter, hilariously similar to Soares' hidey hole which we see in his first episode. Little did he know that would be the beginning of the X Cave, later becoming the X System. He would craft some stone tools and then conclude the episode. X would go on to upload a grand total of 46 episodes of his initial Let's Play, uploading the final episode on October the 31st, 2010. The series was somewhat short-lived compared to Paul's, lasting just under 3 months, but he uploaded many more episodes in a short period of time, and as such, the series were roughly about the same length. So what did he do in his famous Let's Play? Well, he initially built the famous X Cave, a system of caves connected to his initial first night shelter, which he then expanded the outside of with a nice wooden exterior and a sun roof. Deciding to expand upon the cave system, he upgraded many areas, built many rooms, and had a huge underground mineshaft which had light directly coming in from the sky. This whole underground intricate network of caves and rooms would become known as the X System. Then, at the top of it all, he had a large cobblestone fortress which sits upon the mountain which contains the X System. Outside of the main X System area, there's also his Greenhouse of Harmony, which can be directly accessed from the X System. A couple hundred blocks away is his mountaintop station, a temporary base when he is travelling and needs to hide somewhere and wait out the night. Then finally, across the ocean, we have his Death Mountain base, where he decided to relocate to a new area and build, but then unfortunately died to lava and couldn't find his way back until a viewer helped him out. X has tried to reboot his Minecraft series a few times on newer versions or do other spin-offs, but none have seen the success his original Let's Play did. He also has uploaded other series such as Duke Nukem, Dishonored, Mass Effect, and a whole lot more. A lot of these series were fairly successful as well. He still uploads to this day, and there's a range of different games on his channel as well as live streaming on Twitch. About a month and a half ago now, it was the 10th anniversary of the Let's Play, and as such, X decided to release a well download of his Let's Play. This had been highly requested for a long time now, and only a few months prior, some people in the community reverse engineered his Let's Play seed as they wanted it so badly, and Venom has a good video on that. But yeah, if you want to check out his world, you can go to his video which I will link in the description and download it for yourself. So how did they have such an impact on the game? Well, aside from introducing millions of players to Minecraft, they also taught them how to play. You see, back then Minecraft was not very intuitive, and didn't have any in-game tutorials, guides or features such as the recipe book which shows you how to craft everything. The game wasn't as popular, especially so if you started in 2010 or earlier, and there wasn't as much content online to help players out. This is why X's and Soares Jr.'s series did so well initially, because they all began with a focus on explaining what they were doing and teaching viewers how to play. That's basically how people would begin the game back then. When my friend first told me about the game, he also told me to watch this series on YouTube called X's Adventures in Minecraft, and then whenever I told people about the game, I would tell them the same thing. Back then, there was also a lack of good quality content, and a lot of early Minecraft videos were hard to watch because of their quality or didn't contain audio. While X's Adventures in Minecraft and Survive and Thrive would be considered low quality in today's standards, back then 720p and 30 FPS was a godsend. They even had decent audio quality to go along with it, and I frequently go back and rewatch X's videos without any issue. You also have to remember that a lot of new players being introduced to the game were younger kids, and the fact that X and Paul were both family friendly and didn't swear or show any explicit content meant that their videos were far more accessible. Many of us began by playing on the old family desktop with no headphones or anything, and as such our family could see and hear what we were doing. That's why it was important to not watch explicit content with swearing, as we didn't want our parents to get upset at us. Besides that, they are both entertaining personalities with a somewhat mature sense of humour, which makes them very bearable to watch, unlike the dozens of YouTubers these days who just scream at the camera and flood their videos with memes. The fact that they uploaded Minecraft so early definitely helped as well. But anyways, if it isn't clear already, they most likely had a huge impact on the game, introducing millions of people to it and teaching them how to play. For example, many old and large YouTubers such as AntVenom were taught the game indirectly by X, and as such, he probably introduced many more people through his own channel, creating a sort of chain reaction effect, where X introduces other players and the other players introduce even more players. So X's adventures in Minecraft and Paul Soares Jr. Survive and Thrive were two of the most popular and oldest series of all time, forever being ingrained in our memories and creating waves of nostalgia whenever rewatched. Both are still around today, and you can even go and download their original Minecraft maps. It's likely that their impact on the game will be forever remembered, and their stories and videos will be passed down generations and generations. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to subscribe and leave a like if you did. Thank you all so much for watching.